Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Compounding Everything. Now, before we get too deep here, you guys might have noticed that I turned ads off at the start of this video. I will only ever ask this one time, but if you are going to watch any of my videos all the way through to the end, make it this one. And if you can't commit to that now, press that little save button and come back when you can. Exactly 113 days ago, I started this channel for one reason. I wanted to help others better understand the world of investing, finance, and business. But I didn't want to be that guy telling you what to do. I wanted to create a community that could hopefully grow and learn together. But when you start something like this, you never really know if people will be interested or not. And naturally, you kind of keep your cards close to your chest. Partially because you're probably worried about putting them on the table and failing. But I've decided that it's time to play my hand. Mainly because this world of investing and business is everything to me. I live and breathe it. And I want to bring these two worlds that I love so much together here on this channel with you guys. However, there are two things I want to discuss in this video. One is what will be known as the $1 million portfolio, but you'll have to wait a couple more minutes before we get into details on that. However, the other item I want to discuss is the newly formed compounding crew. And you might be thinking, wait, what the hell is the compounding crew? Well, this is my baby, something that I've been molding and planning for a few months now. My way of providing an insight that I don't believe is readily available here in Australia, at least on YouTube anyway. So let me explain what the compounding crew is. I wanted to build something that could grow with this channel, something scalable and something meaningful for subscribers. I have 3 stages planned out for this project, and we'll get back to stages 2 and 3 in a future video. However, this is stage 1 of being part of the compounding crew community. Now, you guys will find a link in the description below. If you decide to click that link and sign up, this is what you'll receive as a member. First is access to a strictly exclusive Facebook group. There will be no spam, no ads, no promotions or pumping of any kind. In this group, we'll discuss portfolio strategies, companies, exchange-traded funds, listed securities, important news, current events, and more. I think we can all agree that it would be incredible to have a place where we can all discuss our ideas and investments in private, a place free of judgment and negativity. And basing it on Facebook is really just the first step here, mainly because it was the most effective place for our group to call home, at least for now. However, let me give you guys a quick rundown on the other benefits compounding crew members will receive. Firstly, you'll obtain portfolio voting rights. That means that you'll get to vote on which stocks are bought and sold within the $1 million portfolio. Secondly, I'll be posting screenshots of every buy and sell live with explanations. You won't have to wait for the next episode or update here on YouTube. Thirdly, you'll be able to view all buy, sell, and hold ratings every week live. Not only that, all compounding crew members will have their questions prioritized in future videos and also answered within the group. Now, like I said, this is stage 1. I will keep you guys up to date on stage 2 and 3 as we move forward, hopefully as the compounding crew grows. Not only will you have access to everything listed above, you'll also be supporting the $1 million portfolio and this channel, with every single cent going towards the fund. Now, before we move on to revealing the $1 million portfolio, I did want to mention that anybody who signs up to the compounding crew in the next week will receive a special thank you. It's not something I'm going to promote here because I really don't want this to seem like a sales pitch. Like I said, this is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. So the founding members will receive a token of my appreciation in the mail sometime in the next month or two. Now, before I move on, I want to make something clear here. I will still be providing free content on this YouTube channel as regularly as I do now. However, for those of you wanting to gain an insight into the inner workings of our journey with the $1 Million Portfolio, see my private stock reports, and of course go a little further in supporting the channel, then I suggest you think about visiting the link in the description below. The cost right now is $9.95 per month. I thought of making this amount higher, but ultimately I decided I'd provide additional content to you guys at an affordable rate than excluding those that couldn't afford to pay anymore. So having said that, let me introduce you to the secret motivating factor behind this channel. It's called the $1 Million Portfolio. And this portfolio isn't any ordinary portfolio. This will be the core of our channel moving forward. There's a reason why my video title reads, "This is the beginning." The goal is to show you that this is possible. You being a millionaire doesn't have to be a pipe dream. You don't have to be an entrepreneurial genius. You don't have to be an investing legend. Together, we're going to walk this path. I think it's probably fair to say that a lot of you have wondered why the hell I have business and finance in the titles of my videos. I mean, I've started every video by saying, hello, welcome to Compound and Everything. This is a channel that discusses all things investing, finance, and business. But why have I said it if I haven't actually been talking about those other two subjects? Well, these are the two missing disciplines that will make achieving this goal possible. The first is business. This is my lifeblood. I live and breathe creating and selling. We'll have side hustles, we'll have small businesses, and the goal will be turning them into net income generating assets. But you won't just see the money arriving in the portfolio from those ventures. You'll see every step of the way. The process of coming up with an idea and then turning that idea into a profitable business and then turning those profits into an investment portfolio, which is where investing and finance comes into play. We'll be drawing on every available research to watch, grow, and invest every single cent while learning and developing as investors along the way. Now, of course, this is all going to take time. So in the short term, you might not see a huge difference around here. However, let me take you over the rules of how this portfolio is going to work. So first, how will we fund the portfolio and what are our boundaries here? Now, just an FYI, these rules will be updated yearly as the portfolio grows. However, for 2020, these are our starting points. Rule number 1 is that the starting balance has to be 0. Yes, granted, it won't stay there for long, which we are going to get to in a minute, but it has to start there. This was an absolutely critical rule for me. If this fund doesn't start at 0, how can I tell you that you can start at 0? Rule number 2. 100% of post-tax ad revenue generated from this channel will go into the portfolio, including funds that we've earned since we became monetized until now. Rule number 3, I will contribute at least $2,500 a month from my personal account into this portfolio. Rule number 4, when we hit 10,000 subs, I'll put $10,000 in the portfolio. The same rule will apply for 20,000 subs. Rule number 4, all profitable revenue from any commercial activities funded from the portfolio will be returned to the portfolio. What I mean here is that if the $1 Million Portfolio opens a business, all profits from that business will be returned to the portfolio and invested. Rule number 5, all compounding crew income will be provided to the $1 Million Portfolio's cash balance. So for now, that covers the basics of funding the portfolio. Let's quickly cover the basic rules of the portfolio itself when it comes to investing. I will mention here that we are going to have another video dedicated to going over all of the weightings and portfolio structures and those types of things. However, for now, these are the basic rules. Portfolio rule number 1. At least 10% of the total cash balance must be put to work every month. We cannot have a stagnant portfolio because Chris is too worried about the market crashing. Portfolio rule number 2. At least 25% of the holdings in the portfolio must be voted on by compounding crew members. My goal here is to increase this percentage as the months go on. Portfolio rule number 3. We must hold any positions for at least a month. And honestly, I think I'm being generous here. I was going to make this a year, but baby steps, we will get there. Portfolio rule number 4. Every single buy or sell action I take must be justified and clearly explained. I won't be taking on board any holding and not providing a logical explanation as to why, and the same will go for your portion of the portfolio. You know, the goal of this project, the $1 Million Portfolio, is not about the race to $1 million. It's about the journey and inspiring people and showing them it's possible. And that if I can do it starting again from scratch right now today, that they can as well. I know the next few years are going to be challenging. We're facing uncertain times. So if this project leads to nothing else, it will at least lead to you guys having somebody here that you can associate with on your own personal investing journey. There's still so much more that we'll cover in future videos and go over here about what I've mentioned in this video. And I'm sure you guys will have lots of questions, and feel free to comment below and let me know what they are and give me your feedback on what we've discussed in this video. In the meantime, if you are interested, consider becoming part of the compounding crew. Not only will you be supporting me in my journey here, you'll be gaining access to a bucket load of content every single month. And I do want to mention here that if you do join the compounding crew and you're not happy with what you receive in there, I will be refunding your money. Just let me know, and that's not going to be a problem at all. I'll be posting regular updates on Patreon and in the Facebook group. I really think we can build something pretty amazing here. Like I said, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. To the 9,489 of you that have supported this channel so far, it really means the world. You've given me the confidence to do this and really follow something that I'm very passionate about. So thank you guys again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.